Over more than 20 years. I've been seeing African Voices for forever, and I'm just so proud of your work. And it's a beautiful exhibition, and it was wonderful to hear from all the artists. So I think I'm going to dedicate this first poem to you artists. It's called The Great River. I jumped into the great river once again, pulled by love through the prism of the womb, and let my furnace forge this sand house into a mirror for this time for you, reflecting what we are and what we were made to be. You and me, we wade through this stream of consciousness, in search of the sense in the senseless, the suffering caused by those shadow men who live in their own midnight and hide in plain sight, their bellies still bursting with the blood of the innocent, their spirits still starving for understanding that we don't dwell here, that we are all the same drops of light traveling the void, warming each corner of creation by being and believing that we each hold a cleansing supernova in the honesty of our eyes, that we too belong in this world, listened to its first songs, made music from the simplest things, and understood that people are not commodities, but sparks of the divine set in motion in a perfect dance, honoring that great force by simply breathing and loving and loving. And this inelegant system that slowly eats itself can never stop your breath, because you are just like Isis is, as Shango is, as Jesus is, that spirit still lives. And even the tiniest of lies can never weave itself into the fabric of life, because life is beauty and light and truth of every living thing that has ever moved under the sun. We are not done today because I am we in this space, and I want you to see your face in the reflection of my soul. Wrap these words around you like a warm cape as you blaze through this journey, living fully in the mystery of each breath, and knowing that you reflect the fullest love your heart can hold. Never dwell in the shadows. Be love, be bold. In the belly of a ship named for supposed nobility, I came this way. From low-caste Bombay to Chinese-built railway, I came this way. From Irish town here, poor as the one back there, I came this way. I became that jigsaw piece floating on the archipelago, too enmeshed to go beyond the gravity of my being. I am the Caribbean, a sweltering pool of disjointed life, every day remaking, reshaping itself into an electric rhythm, skipping from Bata to Tassa to Nyabingi, weaving through me, making me that kumina sound, that pan melody, that flute in the hill, that shack that brings back that sound of conviction, of personhood fought for, the independent ardor that we've led to see. I came to be that diasporic medley, calling me down to ride through this life, changing shape as I see fit. And though we may forget the names of spirit, we call them viscerally, to Trenchtown, Port-au-Prince, Port of Spain, concrete just the same. All repositories of potential energy and stilted memory. I am the Caribbean. This one is called, I think, one of the threads that runs through this exhibition is that people have had enough of a lot of things, and we're trying to change what is negative. This is called Enough. Razor cane cutting skin in fields that whisper the old names was enough. Dirty draws left there like a mockery of backs too tired, too young was enough. All the double-edged smiles shielding daggers destined for those who possess the secret of joy is enough. We've been on a mission kicking stones for signs of life, but they only hurl themselves and their misgiving at the living to draw blood in search of the answer to that question wedged in their minds. What is God? So no more gluing together mosaics with cracked glass for future perfect worlds. They only diffuse delight, distort the picture. It ends now. The earth is tired of sending symphonies through the breasts of birds that will only be felled by hunters for sport and left to rot near hungry belly children. She is tired of swallowing her beautiful incarnations too soon because boredom is remedied by squeezing the trigger of whatever threatens to become a man. Enough wailing mothers and pundits lullabying sleepwalkers. Let the earth quake and absorb its anomalies who see only through the prism of the dollar. Let the waters swell and sink the machines that dig our graves. Let the tempests inhale and throw their bosoms onto glass fortresses skirted by weary men with only the skin on their backs and sewer grates for blankets. The floodlights of a new dawn must incinerate the cobwebs of consciousness so that the real can shed its shapes and be eternally itself. So that new colors can come once again into view for those who have been forced to hide their sight. So that the wheel can let us off and we can finally leave this carnival. It is time for time to end and life to begin. There have been enough droplets falling from the one big sky and bouncing into civil wars. There's more to this than a full stomach and stock options. There is a splendor waiting to explode from inside each willing body. There has been enough suffering and too many forgotten questions. This is the final chance to find the roadmap home. Will we step off the precipice into eternity or just keep treading in the big sea? It's called the Academy. The Academy wants artifice, eloquent erasure, spreadsheets in the black, new donors with old names, a stream of carbon copy bodies that lift, scrub, lay down, push paper with a smile and never ask how we even got here, why food is chemistry, why poverty runs in your family. What I have to say won't be filed in ivy walls, places with protocols against spontaneous joy. This heart speech is saying, has said, bears repeating still. These words roll, bounce between the lips of the sisters who bend my locks into sculpture. These ideas drip down the backs of unnamed builders, concrete churners who work always off the books. This speech floats through the asylum in between lion cages called solitary confinement. This me today sees you, cannot not see you, knows that you are dancing on my neck. I must speak, always speak with the inherited breath that carries me through this drudgery for a little fresh food, a 2 a.m. space to dream unexplored ideas, write damn good poetry that evaporates under heavy lids, piles of bills, asking eyes of children, throbbing feet following aloneness in crowded rooms of suits and practiced laughter. All structures will fall. Thank you.